Okay guys, so I'm going to start this video and let's talk about the child mind control in the agenda. Now this is kind of adult only kind of video, and there may be a trigger warning, so if you want to hop off the video you might want to do it now if it makes you uncomfortable, any kind of like child molestation or stuff like that. Now going onto this website, it really explained to me most of what was done to me as a child on this Orion Mind Project. Now, if you go to agenda, under agenda, there's one that says child mind control. So basically, this speaks of kind of this program that basically kind of alien human hybrids, and basically it kind of explains a little bit of this. Okay, here I just want to get like the main important part. So this part of it really caught my eye. So the truth isn't based on my observations and experiences. These children are brought up to serve in what is an extraterrestrial mind control pedophilia sect, where children's life force energy is stolen by predatory beings such as the reptilians in the Illuminati, and ultimately that life force is passed on by the Dark Lords to their satanic god, the Eye. So I think when my father, molested me, I think it was all, related with stuff like this. And there's also another thing, if you look on this website, I'm going to see if I can get into it in this video if I have time, about bloodline. They choose certain bloodlines to, choose to put in this kind of program. Children are also subject to medical experiments. They are deliberately given diseases and malformities. I will not fully describe the atrocities I have seen because it is not suitable for the internet. Yes, unfortunately, this really is going on. As you can see with, I have this crazy looking scar on my chest. I have, I have a lot that has been done to my body, and so much stuff was done to me as a child. So many things that they were putting in my nose, these gray aliens that, I'd always be having nosebleeds all the time from so many of the instruments that the gray aliens were putting in my nose. The reptilians didn't do stuff really with my nose, but the gray aliens really just kept on doing something with putting something up in my nose. I don't know, like some probe in the nose and causing nosebleeds and stuff like that. So mind control is not freedom. Hybrid children are brought up under mind control. These children are not free to develop their own sense of identity and worldview in a healthy way, whereas children on Earth are conditioned and adapted into the society they were born into and take an identity, set of behaviors and beliefs that are passed on from their adults. The hybrid children are distinctly mind controlled by the aliens who raised them, and it is not just a case of adapting to their particular culture. So one of the things that I had to realize is that what was placed as my parents were really entities and really aliens. So what my mother and father were really entities. And I also found out, being on the ship, I even saw my grandmother in alien form. And yeah, there was this necklace given to me, and then my grandma gave it to me in person. It goes so deep. But yes, I found out that they were non-human, and yeah, it is really scary. This stuff is really going on. A lot of us have people that have been put as our parents, but they're really not our parents, and they're really these entities that are trying to keep close control. A child that grows up in a culture is still free to think for themselves. Normal, healthy children can question what they are told and ask a lot of questions, and they doubt everything that adults will tell them. Normal, healthy children consider going another way. Normal, healthy teens seek an alternative truth and identity and want to be different from their parents. Normal children refuse to let their parents tell them who they are and what to believe. Yes, like Santa, says Hamish. We don't like to chain them up, tell them that is why. Hamish meaning the children. It says, I've been observing the hybrid children for at least a year now. I'm ready to make some conclusions. So the hybrid children are brought up in a culture that's created for them, and I guess it kind of really explains more of this. And princesses, and queens and mind control. So one of the primary elements of their mind control is to use princess, prince, and queen. Children are taught that princes, and queens are distinguished, pristine, perfect, and worthy of love and admiration and approval. This feeds into a child's normal inherent insecurities and pecking order, the same way that we see at the playground where children hope to belong to the popular group and nobody wants to be in the bully group. Every child wants to feel safe knowing that they are acceptable, and to be admired on an elevated status is beyond acceptance. When hybrid children are conditioned to the pedophilia cult that exists there, then those girls are called princesses. The girls feel so proud to be a princess, and they feel as if the world adores them and loves them. These girls wear princess dresses over their in the alien base. They are rewarded at times by letting them sit down a few minutes in a room that has nothing but a throne chair. They earn time to sit on the throne and to feel like they are now finally accomplished and a princess. And then it explains what happens with the boys. Boys, on the other hand, have a very different route. All the princess has to do is be sexually active in the agenda. It is different with the boys, probably because the agenda understands the difference between male-female psychology. Boys are brought up to be princess, and that is based on having to fight and use swords and take part in tournaments. I suspect that these children actually have to kill each other. A boy that they want to keep is made to sword fight with another younger and weaker child, and the outcome is calculated so the boy they want to keep is sure to win. That boy is, of course, traumatized and severely impacted by hurting or killing another child, but the agenda convinced him that he has done an honorable act. He is also awarded time to sit on the throne. So this actually kind of scares me for a minute. It's kind of hard because I'm just kind of having some memory. So some of this seems to talk about, like, this sounds like this is starting to get into like a deep underground military base where children are being held hostage in here. And that's what it's starting to sound like. And I do worry about the children that I had that I was forced to have against my will. Of course I still worry about, it was part of me, but it was an alien human hybrid. And I always wonder where my children went and if my children are being enslaved or being hurt or I don't know. I don't know what's going on or where they are or what's being done. I don't know what care they're in or what condition or anything. I also don't know if they were just these babies that I was made to have. I don't know if they were just used for food, which is what I think could have been a possibility, that these babies were used for food and also used to possibly do all this kind of stuff. So yeah, this really now kind of wow. This is hard. This is hard seeing this stuff here a little bit, but it has to be seen because it's like this has kind of helped me understand a little bit more of what was done to me. So I'm really glad that this website is here to help me kind of understand a little bit more of the program that I was put in here. So it says you'd think that rape hurts girls and women more than it hurts boys, but I think I see that it's hurting the boys more. The girl loves to feel like a princess. It plays in the normal psychology that little girls has of wanting approval. So I guess it talks a little bit more about that. And the boys are first to grow up into men too soon. And so I guess this article is kind of explaining it's easier for like women, I guess, in this girls and down in this freaking pedophile ring they have or whatever. That's horrible. So it says the Disney Club, hybrid children are mind controlled Disney cartoons. So the interesting thing about this, has a lot of information on the Disney and the agenda, and it talks about the Mickey Mouse ears too. And what did I do? I clicked some button. My bad. It talks about the Mickey Mouse ears on this website, about all those like real meanings. It says hybrid children are taken to Disney theme parks after hours and they get to use the rides. It's a bad omen when hybrid children are taken to fairgrounds because they are usually murdered right after. The agenda wants the children to be in a state of delirium and happiness right before slaughter. It's kind of how we humans like to give our farm animals or household pets the best food and attention right before we take them to slaughter or have to put down a pet. So, yeah, I mean, this gets deep. So, yeah, so this really goes into a lot of these are really long. So, that's why I'm just kind of like reading through what I see, is kind of like pointing out what I see here mostly. But, yeah, it says, talks about Alice in Wonderland is really good for mind control because of the queen. And, oh yeah, this is where, okay, now this is cool because this part he's going deeper, who, I don't know if it's a guy or I think it's a woman that's writing these articles, I'm not sure, but they're getting deeper into the, let's see. Yeah, it says The Lion King. This is by far the agenda's most favorite to use on the children. Not only does it use cat simulants, the cat is a sexual creature. MK Ultra mind control makes hybrid children and human women abductees into cat personas. The cat is someone who is sexual as well as being an animal, so that is under the will of people who can own it. The cat is someone who's petted. Cats are petted. They bring lots of kittens and cats to the hybrid children so that they can pet them and see what a cat is. They are then told that they are kittens, and that is how you condition the child into accepting that it is touched by others, but sexually. Wow, so they're really grooming children sexually in a lot of these like deep underground bases, satanic families, and rituals. So, yeah, this stuff gets really deep, I guess. And talks about Pocahontas. Wow, I got to go back and read all this stuff. Damn, I mean, there's just so much information on here. So, let's see. Talks about MK Ultra, which I do want to make a video about and talk about. The culprit behind all this are the Dark Lords, such as Malik, Jezebel, Baphomet, Massoff, Menon, and Sif. These 4 dark gentlemen are a very old race of extraterrestrials. They have lived for thousands of years. They pester not only humans on Earth in the form of well-known demonic spirits, they are also pestering other alien races throughout space. See, Dark Lords are very powerful and very sinister and mischievous. Dark Lords like to feed on the life force in other living organisms. Dark Lords are also known as the incubi and succubi, and these have been reported by humans throughout the ages. Scientists just like to shrug and call them religious figures or MIT. Saying something about what Hamish wants. Yeah, I think she's a girl talking to Hamish, and then let's see. Talking more about succubi now, and the smell, how it smells like sewer, manure, pestilence, and death. The unmistakable smell of a human with a disease, like an infectious disease, when a human has a disease with the digestive tract, like diarrhea or an infection in their tooth. What was the unmistakable smell of an incubus manifested more strongly than ever before? Okay, yeah. All right, well, I'm just gonna see if I see anything else. Use of animals in mind control. Yeah, so it seems like they're using cats a lot, is what. Let's see. I kind of, looking at what this, okay, it says human abductee women are often also mind controlled into the cat persona. There was a time when I started buying leopard print clothes like mad, and when the cat persona was the most pronounced. Oh my gosh, I kind of do realize when I was like a kid, I don't know, I did have this weird time where I kept buying all this like leopard print style stuff, and I did do this where I was trying to, oh my god, the thing I like about this Orion Mind part is this kind of brings back I have little small bits of other repressed memories that I'm still like bringing forward. I do need to see a hypnotherapist, but they don't have any in Colorado, so seeing this kind of like brings back little of those memories. But yeah, I do remember buying leopard print clothes. I remember pretending to kind of be a cat. I remember I think I painted like cat on my face. I don't know. I was a kid though. I was really young, but it's kind of hard to like remember that a little bit. But yeah, it's so, this really does make a lot of sense, it seems. Yeah. Wow. So talking about giraffes, elephants, sexual mind programming, dogs. Dog is a symbol for the inferior race, something to be kicked and controlled. This one is used for programs about subjecting someone to medical torture or sadism. The dog persona is mistreated the most. Thubins will tell me I'm a dog, mutt, bitch, all manner of names for dogs. They even sometimes use the names for specific races of dogs, such as Dachshund or Samoyed. Calling someone a dog is always used with contempt. The dog is not a loved pet. The cat is a loved pet. The dog will be subjected to something uncomfortable. It says Thubins. I don't know what Thubins are. I have to look with more of this. So, all right. Well, anyways, that's interesting. That is really interesting to learn all this. Wow. So how do I deal with this? Let's sum this all up nicely so that we can carry on with our lives in a happy and normal fashion. This is something that the aliens do. We can go on with our daily lives and shrug this off unless we ourselves are victims of MK Ultra or alien abductions. Sure, bad things happen in the world, but do not let it get to you. Compassion and letting yourself be victimized and traumatized are two different things. It helps knowing if this hurts you personally. Reading about MK Ultra can be traumatizing to the person who's reading it. See, I suspect that the majority of the UFO alien community and people who research and talk about aliens will throw me and my documentary in the trash. The natural instinct is to reject this information and to continue seeking positive, benevolent ETs, which are also out there. But this is the description of the alien agenda. The group of the alien races ruled by the Dark Lords under their watchful god of the eye, and including the alien races such as the reptilians, Orions, Zetas, Thubans, insect mantids, dinosaurs, Alpha Centauri, and others. Some of these races are enslaved and forced to do work there. Others seem more willing to participate in satanic sadism for personal reward. And then this agenda thing turns into our human culture, giving us things such as Aleister Crowley, Hitler, and the Holocaust, MK Ultra with the CIA, pedophilia, and Catholic Vatican, Ku Klux Klan, Druidism, Rosicrucianism. I never heard of that. Crucianism, I hope I'm saying that right, I don't know. And many other similar precious gems given to us by the extraterrestrial agenda. If we want to be serious about researching aliens, we have to be like chemists who embrace the entire periodic table of elements, which has some atomic elements that are really nice and others, such as arsenic, which are really scary. We cannot be a chemist if we cut out arsenic from the periodic table of elements. Of course, you can have your personal favorites, but if you approach the study of aliens scientifically, you do not have a choice. Oh, it kind of makes a lot of sense here. Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to share this video and talk about this child mind program, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. I really would like to know. I just really want to share this out here. This is something that is really real. A lot of children are abducted, and they know that they can really get away with abducting a child because you're a child. So it's kind of like you tell adults are going to be like, oh, well, that's just a dream. Oh, you're they just think, oh, it's nothing. That's just a kid. And, they're just seeing something. You're not really an adult where someone's going to really listen to you. And so that's why they really start this program with children and really mostly abduct children. That's why most of my abductions were as a child, because it's like they know that people aren't going to believe children that, they're going to think, oh, that's just fictitious or, whatever. No one's going to really take it seriously. So, this program's out here. It's real. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to know. And have a good day.